Hey there! Ever wanted to tell someone an awesome story in English about something you did? Well, today, we're going to learn the secret to doing just that, the past simple tense. It's what we use to talk about all the cool stuff that's already happened. Let's get right into it.
So, to get our brains warmed up, let me ask you something. Just think about it for a second. What did you do yesterday? Did you work? Maybe you relaxed? Whatever you did, how you answer that question is exactly what we're talking about today.
You see, when you answer that question, you're using the past simple. Its job is really specific. We use it for actions that are completely done, totally finished. So if it happened yesterday, last week, or even 10 years ago, if it's in the past, you're going to use the past simple. Simple as that. Okay, to really see how this works in real life, we're going to listen to a short chat between two friends. They're talking about their weekend. All you have to do is listen carefully for the words they use to describe what they did. Ready? Let's go.
How was your weekend?
It was great. I visited my cousin in the mountains.
Nice. What did you do there?
We walked by the lake and took a short tour with a local guide.
Sounds fun. I stayed at home, I cleaned the flat, and watched a movie.
That sounds relaxing.
Did you enjoy your day?
Yes, I did. It was quiet and comfortable.
All right, so did you catch all of those past action words? Words like visited, walked, and took? Let's break down the verbs from that conversation, because there's something really interesting going on.
So if we take a closer look, we can see two different kinds of verbs. Over on the left, we've got what we call regular verbs. These are the easy ones to spot because they all end with ed. See? Visited, walked, stayed. But then, on the right, we have the irregular verbs. Verbs like was and took. They don't play by the rules. They have their own special way of showing the past.
Let's start with the easy ones, regular verbs. The great news here is that for most verbs, all you have to do is add ed to the end. That's it. So visit becomes visited. Now, there are a couple of tiny spelling rules for verbs that end in e or y, but they're super simple to remember.
Okay, so what about those special irregular verbs? What's the secret rule for them? Well, here's the thing. There isn't one. You just have to learn them. But hey, don't worry. You'll see the same ones over and over again, so you'll pick them up really fast. For example, go always becomes went, have becomes had, and take becomes took. You'll see these everywhere, I promise. All right, let's move on to what is probably the most important rule for using the past simple. How do we ask questions or say that something didn't happen? The answer is one very special, very helpful little word, did. Now listen up, because this is the golden rule, and it's so important. Whenever you use the words did or didn't, the main verb, the action word, it goes back to its original simple form. We call this the base verb. That means no ed and no special irregular form. Why? Because the word did is already doing all the hard work of showing us we're in the past. So, how do you make a question? It's actually really easy. It's kind of like building with blocks, right? You just follow these steps every single time. You start with did, then you add the person, you, he, she, whatever, and then, this is the most important part, you add the base verb, like enjoy or go, just like in our conversation. Did you enjoy your day? Notice how it's enjoy, not enjoyed. See? Easy. And guess what? This rule is exactly the same for negative sentences with didn't. Let's look at some examples. The right way to say it is, I didn't travel. A really common mistake is to say, I didn't traveled. But remember, didn't already tells us it's the past, so the verb travel can just relax and stay in its original form. Okay, wow, we've covered a lot. We looked at regular and irregular verbs, and that super important did role. So let's put it all together in a quick review. This is your chance to see everything in one place before you try it out for yourself. Look at this. Here you can see the whole system working together. We've got a positive sentence with a regular verb, I visited, and one with an irregular verb, they took. Then check out the negative sentence. We didn't travel. See that base verb, travel? And finally, the two questions. Did you enjoy? And what did he bring? Both of them use the simple base verbs, enjoy and bring. This is the whole pattern right here. And just like that, we're right back where we started. But now you know the secrets. You know about the two types of verbs and the super important did rule. So now it's your turn. Using everything we just talked about, what did you do last weekend? Try to say it out loud in a full sentence. Thanks so much for joining this explainer, and just keep practicing.